Hello, Cancer. This is Soul from Intuitive Tarot here to look at your week ahead starting June 30th, 2025. My fellow crabs, I hope all is well. Happy birthday to all my fellow Cancerians. And also, I want to wish everybody who celebrates 4th of July a very happy and safe 4th of July celebration. Welcome any new subscribers to my channel. You know I appreciate you. The deck I am using is listed in the description box. Not reading any reversals. We're just going to shuffle this deck up real good here for you, Cancer, to see what the potential messages that are surrounding you for this upcoming week. All right, so what are the energies? What are the messages here for Cancer? What can Cancer expect this week ahead? All right, since we are in Cancer season, energies for my crabs. All right, let's give it a cut here, Cancer, and begin the messages. And we're going to start off with the first card in energy for you. Not reading reversals. Did I change this deck around? I sure did. All right, so we got liberty, justice, major arcana. Okay, I always tell you guys to make sure that you are paying attention to any major arcanas that show up in your reading because they will carry out in some way. But anyway, justice being served, things being corrected, anything that you may be involved with, whether it's any types of litigations, it's going to be in your favor, Cancer, okay? This may be a week that, we feel liberated, okay? Since we are running into 4th of July, right? Isn't that about liberty? So there we go. So feeling liberated, feeling at peace, feeling justified. You could be the Cancer that I'm talking to, who may be, getting married in front of the justice of the peace. I always have to throw that in there. It doesn't always have to be, but I just throw it in there. Workman's comp, I always assign workman's comp being in someone's favor here, but it could be anything involving any types of judgments, settlements, court cases, and all of that stuff being in your favor. Okay, so the scales here she holds, well, actually, she's not holding any scales. Okay, not in this deck, but it's to be understood that it is balanced energy, Cancer. Okay, so that balanced energy is going to help you along the way in terms of, anything that you got going on for you this week, feeling balanced. Okay. Up next now we have the 5 of Cups. All right, so sadness and disappointment is always assigned to this card here, but it may not be the sadness or disappointment that is, directly in association with you. But then again, it could be because, if this 5 of Cups does express itself, Cancer, it could be just a temporary mood. And, we Cancers can get moody at times. Sometimes I get moody, but I think the other, signs that I have in my birth chart sort of counteract that, Aquarius and Gemini. So, but this could be that, or if it's not something that expressed towards you this week, Cancer, it could be your, if you have a child, it could be your child, it could be your romantic partner, it could be a platonic friend, it could be a coworker, it could be someone else in the family. Just note that if it does come, it's going to be temporary, okay? And I wouldn't assign anything heavy or place anything heavy with this sadness or disappointment because, if you look at your life and everything and on a daily basis, something is always going to come up that's going to make you a little disappointment or, make you a little sad. But you go through it, and you live to see another day, right? So don't place too much emphasis on this 5 of Cups. Up next now we have the 7 of Swords. 7 of Swords, I always assign people that you may have cut off from your past. This is distancing yourself from family members, cutting friends off, and this also includes ex-romantic partners. Now, just because the 7 of Swords is here, Cancer, doesn't necessarily mean that they're physically around you. The energy just suggests that there's some sort of residual stuff that is still possibly going on. But then with the residual energies, there's always that potential of them resurfacing. And just note that if they do resurface and confront you, or they step into your your aura or whatever, they are going to create more conflict and chaos for you. So just know that. So you have to use your best judgment and not allowing these individuals to come back and strike and create that conflicting energy and chaos for you. Also, if it's not that for you, Cancer, it could be that, material things. I assign material things to the Seven of Swords. So, again, things that, and I'm good at this, losing stuff, putting stuff down, forgetting about where I put it, and then all of that stuff I'm talking about, usually resurfaces for you. Okay. Following the Seven of Swords here for you, Cancer. Now we have the Empress, okay? The Empress is another major arcana that's in our spread. This is a card that represents beauty for me, all right? So this could be also a week for some crabs that I'm reading for, just to, pull back your energy just a little bit from those, the energy that you have given to others. It doesn't matter who they are. This is the card, along with Temperance, is always what I feel when it might be that this could be just a week that you concentrate on, taking care of your own needs, doing the things that you need to do, loving yourself, nurturing yourself, definitely caring for yourself. And I always say that if you're not good to yourself, you're not going to be good to anyone else. Several other messages come through here with the Empress card, and there could be some pregnancy news surrounding you. And I always say, if it didn't happen in your video, but I may have mentioned it in others signs videos, that whenever the swords are here and we have a pregnancy card, someone, if it's not you, maybe somebody that you know, may be delivering birth through cesarean section. So pregnancy news, childbirth, something new, growing, expanding, or developing also is in association with the Empress card. This is either taking care of your internal energies more, could be focusing more on your health, to better your health, that is, your diet, maybe exercising more. She represents Mother Nature, so you just could be doing all of those things, enjoying Mother Nature and God's beauty as well, right? So that is the Empress card. Following the Empress card, now we have the Four of Cups. All right, so here's the celebration card for the Cancers that are celebrating their birthday. Here it is. Celebrating your birthday with other people that you are closest to, and that's family members, of course, romantic partners, and friends. Some of the celebration may take place in eating out at diners or restaurants, okay? So socializing, interacting, even number of cups. On an emotional scale, what you put out there, Cancer, is what you're going to get back in return. Up next, now we have the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands here is fiery. She's intense. She's passionate. So you have to place your energies in the place of the Queen of Wands. That's you. Whatever it is that you're focused on, Cancer, you're going after it. And it may be going after it with a great deal of intensity, a great deal of passion. She's a core card, so I always say that she could express herself sexually, and it's usually positive. All right. Other than that, she could also send in a burst of energy to any Cancer, and this is not just limited to creative, energies or creative pursuits. It's just not limited to that. It's the burst of energy that she sends into, and it can, occur in any area. But just note that if it's not involving your creativity, then it's something that she's doing, that she might be doing, sending that energy elsewhere. Now, that could be a relationship, Cancer. That could be anything involving your job, your career. Okay. It could be, I think I mentioned relationships, right? So that would include family, romantic partners, and friends as well. That would be the Queen of Wands. So, of course, you're attracting something intense and something passionate towards you as well, right? Up next, now we have the Three of Pentacles. So there could be some sort of recognition coming to you this week, Cancer, through any means of, it could be coming directly from your employer for, it's usually achieving some sort of task. Now, if it's, not having to deal with the employer, it could be something that you do outside of work, and then it's still a completion of some sort of task. Okay. It could be like a little minor project that you were working on and you finished it or whatever. It could be something, it's money. So it could be anything exchange of some sort of money, but it's usually positive. I also get the Three of Pentacles as workplace love affairs and attraction. And also, too, you may be introduced to somebody new. So the energies are going up on June 30th. So it's usually 3 days. So the first, the second, maybe the second, you'll get some sort of recognition for a job well done. That could be coming again from your employer, or if it's outside of your employment, maybe something that you completed. You could be congratulating yourself, thanking yourself, and there's nothing wrong with that. All right, up next now we have the Three of Cups. There's the birthday celebrations again. Wow. Yep. Okay, Cancer. I always tell you, when your birthday rolls around, it's usually good tidings. So, the cards here are, expressing that. So celebrating birthdays, anniversaries, something to be happy and joyous about, celebrating that energies with your family. Again, friends, romantic partners, could be co-workers after work for a happy hour. Following the Three of Cups here, now we have the Emperor. Another major arcana is in your spread, Cancer. And this is about you having to, you got some very important major arcanas here to focus on. Really, the Justice card started us off. We have the Empress, and now we have the Emperor that sits underneath the Empress. So this is about you being in control. This is no forms of manipulating in terms of, putting that energy out there to other people. You're just focused on yourself. And again, being underneath that Empress card, that's why I said some of you may be drawing back and focusing the attention on yourself. And it's never a selfish act. It's just something that you need to do because maybe you need to just, focus your energy on yourself. We have the Queen of Wands. Anyway, so the Emperor here, like the Justice card, could represent any court dealings. You could be working for the court system. This is a card that also too represents authority. Okay, you could be asked to lead over others. You could be promoted into a managerial, supervisory position. The character here, I always assign that it could be attached to you, Cancer, father figure, but they're over in spirit. They may have worked in the court system themselves or served some sort of time in the military. Very authoritative. All right, so following the Emperor here, Major Arcana, now we have the Queen of Pentacles. Again, the money looking good. Cross mirrors over there to that Justice card. How about that, Cancer? So there's any types of money that you were looking for. This is any types of gains from any points of sales, whatever, It could be selling property. It could be some of this energy that I'm reading for when I'm talking about some sort of financial gains here. There may or may not be, like the courts involved or any types of lawyers, but there could be. Okay, it could be. So lawyers could be involved, courts could be involved, and anything involving a sale of a property or something going on for you, Cancer. But here's the payout right here, the Queen of Pentacles. Otherwise, this could be for any Cancer that I'm reading for. Pay raise. It follows the card of promotions, boss mode, leadership. So you could be promoted this week. Could be receiving a bonus, substantial pay raises. She's a court card, just like the Queen of Wands is. So, it could be just how people view you, Cancer, as always being there for them, dependable, reliable. These people are usually good money handlers, right? Such as yourself. But I do feel that either Cancer's financial situation is vastly improving, or it's about to, for the better here with with the Queen of Pentacles. All right, so I'm just going to throw additional cards here from this deck. This is our general reading, Cancer, and it looks pretty good. So let's see what else wants to follow. And we have the major arcana, the moon. Okay, so the moon, is all about revelations, secrets being revealed, likes and crushes, of course. Making sure that you're putting a check on your emotions this week, Cancer. Making sure that, because this moon has a tendency to be funny at times, it can send your emotional state up way too high, or it can send it down too low. We don't want either. We have the Justice card here to help us balance anything going on with our emotions. Also, to Cancer, to receive this moon in your spread could already be some sort of commitment, dedication, devotion coming in or coming at you or experiencing right now at this moment from your family members, friends, or romantic partners, right? So likes and crushes come forward. A cycle of energy is moving away from us, Cancer. A new cycle is about to open up. All right, so following the major arcana of the moon, now we got the Queen of Cups. Our own energy shows up here. Queen of Cups, of course, you know she's the mother of love. She's nurturing, she's caring, she's very supportive. She is definitely empathic and intuitive, so you have to make sure that you are paying attention to your intuition this week, Cancer, because she actually comes in to help guide you when it comes to any types of decisions or actions that you have to undertake or undergo this week, making sure that you are always choosing what's going to be best for you in the long term. This is representation of female energy, so it could be the female Cancer that sees the video, your mother, your grandmother, your sister, your auntie, your bestie. For any males, it could be your wife, your mother, your grandmother, auntie, sister, and so forth, right? You could be the Cancer that I'm reading for that works in the capacity of helping out with others, uplifting them, okay? Again, it could be any occupation or career where your energy is central to helping with helping other people. I was just going to say improving the quality of life, but it's not necessary because then that would be the focus on just the nursing industry or the health field industry. No, this is expanded beyond that. All right. So, but the Queen of Cups also too is in the list of cards that I say if it shows up in your spread, then again you're receiving dedication, devotion, following that moon. Well, for some Cancers here could be going through some sort of emotional changes, and that doesn't necessarily mean it's negative because she follows this moon here. Okay, emotions could be riding high, but not so high that you lose yourself. I think this is just going to be a very emotional, terrific week for some Cancers. Maybe because it's your birthday, or maybe something else is going on. 4th of July celebrations are upcoming, so pretty intense here. All right, so following the Queen of Cups here, Cancer. Now we have, oh, look at this shit. Now where the Three of Swords come from? Out of nowhere, right? Do not despair, Cancer, because when the Three of Swords shows up, it's here for somebody who may be dealing with a situation. Okay, it could be a situation shit. Now, so far, the basis of the Three of Swords is what? Grief, heartache. Always talk about separation, divorces, pending divorces. But look at the spread here. We have the moon here, major arcana, which is very instrumental in our emotional state, right? Then we have the card of the Queen of Cups, which represents you, Cancer. Then the Three of Swords. So if I was going to put a story together here, it's definitely someone going through some sort of, it could already have occurred or happened. Maybe a divorce, maybe a pending divorce, maybe a relationship split. There could be something going on specifically if it's not regarding any separations or splits, that this particular week there may be some sort of difficulties within a relationship, or it could be anybody in the family, right? Platonic friendships. Yeah, typically third party in play. When it comes to romance, it could be three decisions that are, not necessarily painful, but three choices that you have to make. There could be some sort of conflicting energies going on with family, friends, co-workers, you name it. All right, but I am going to throw a clarifier on this Three of Swords. Could be indicating also to Cancers who are in relationships, still together though, but maybe there's some sort of distance that separates you. Also, pet loss. Pet gets away, the family is left grieving. Okay. But why did the Three of Swords show up here for Cancer? All right, and let's see. Well, we have Judgment here. Okay, so Judgment, first and foremost, the positive aspect of the Judgment is representing spiritual energy, spiritual protection, things that were, things that were hidden from you come to the light. So this is just one example. It's not something for everybody. That maybe this person here, you discover revelations, secrets being revealed about a relationship or a situationship that you may have yourself involved in, but you didn't know about it at the time. But here's the revealing other card, the Judgment card. This is the awakening card. You'll wake up to what was kept or hidden from you, either through personal knowledge or either, word of mouth through someone else. Okay, so that's what I'm getting with the Judgment card. And the Judgment card also carries a lot of, if you're not careful, because this is a card that represents karma, if your mood or have some sort of disdain energy towards, it could be yourself, but it could be other people. Try not to get yourself involved in that type of energy, because it's not good overall. Okay, so this is what I'm saying here, that a Cancer or two may come to know about a relationship they didn't know about before. Now, this could be romantic, but it also could be something that's going on in family dynamics. Could be something that's going on with platonic friends. Keep that in mind. All right, so the last card that I have for us, Cancer, in this spread is that we have the major arcana, the Fool. Okay, so the Fool here would represent new beginnings. Okay, new beginnings in any area, Cancer. If you're not even looking forward to any types of new beginnings, this is the aspect of something possibly opening up for you to start something new. Taking that leap of faith, always having to release any fears or hesitations about moving forward with anything, and just allow the universe to support you. You should be okay. This is also a card that oftentimes the person that's being read for is seeking some sort of excitement or adventure as well. And that could be excitement or adventure stemming from any, energy, stemming from any area. All right, so this is what I have for us this week, Cancer. Again, this is, just me interpreting these messages here. If it's useful, use it. If it's not, don't worry about it. Keep it moving. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Have a safe, great week ahead. Once again, happy birthday to those who are celebrating. And then for all the Cancers who celebrate, no, we already had Memorial Day. I'm sorry. 4th of July. Be safe, please, because this is firecracker season, and people get a little bit carried away if they're not very cautious. All right, so until next time, always come back here to get more of these messages from me, Cancer, and I'll talk to you soon. Ciao.